not a lot of people look at Ely and understand how much music actually physically goes on in the area. We're not looking to take any business away from some of the major cities. What we are looking to do is to stop people locally actually going into the city. There's a lot of youth bands around here, there's a lot of youth organisations that do music. There's also choral societies, there's a cathedral over the way where we do obviously sell some music books and sheet music, individual sheet music and that kind of stuff. You know, it's tough. Everyone is saying the same thing. Really, having said that, year on year we're up about 11.5%. You know, so overall we've got a nice curve. We're looking at 3 basic areas. Number 1 is the first time buyer. Number 2 is first time upgrader. And number 3 is the sort of maintainer, if you like. You know, someone at whatever level they are, everybody needs a set of strings, everyone needs drumsticks and that kind of stuff, you know. Maybe you're into brass or woodwind, all the ancillaries that go with that. There are charity shops at the moment around who are now starting to sell musical instruments, and they are new musical instruments. Now, obviously, being a charitable organisation, there's a lot of good work. The revenue from that will go towards. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure they're aware of how it's affecting businesses like mine, and I'm sure the same all over the country. Especially if you go back to what we were just saying about my target market, one of which is first-time buyers. The instruments that are being sold there are inferior quality. That's the only way to put it, really, to be honest. We know we've been affected by it. Word of mouth has told us. But the other thing that happens is, as well, we also know there's an increased number of people who are coming into the shop because we do obviously repairs and string changes and setups and those kind of things. And these instruments are starting to appear in the shop with the complaints along the lines of it won't stay in tune, or I've only had it a week and it's broken. I'd never buy a musical instrument off a website directly. I'd always want to pick it up and hold the weight, look at the neck and work with it in that way. But also there's the information side. You're absolutely right. You know, people come in, Will, who runs the shop on a daily basis, what he doesn't know about musical instruments is not worth knowing. We also are looking to implement a system whereby if you are a local tutor, you can come to us, we will register you, we'll give you a card. It is a very good way of attracting people into the store. It's a very good way of maintaining the business, because obviously if you're teaching, you're going to need music books. You can redirect the students back to us. That is obviously going to cross-filter information. But it all comes back to this idea that when you said, you know, about being the hub, that's all part of the advertising. That has to be a combination of the website, the newspaper, word of mouth, leaflets. What I'd also like to do this year is get involved in maybe sponsoring a few local gigs. The idea of getting involved in the local music scene is quite good for all sorts of reasons. You mentioned earlier, you know, who wants a muso, always a muso. I don't mind going to gigs, I'm quite happy going to gigs, it's not a problem. It'd be nice to have a Raven music banner there as well, and obviously the information moves around from that, and the music, and it's a kind of tagline for the shop anyway: there's music in you, we'll get it out. And whichever way we can do that, then absolutely fine.